Now let's talk about how to find the surface area of a cylinder. So a cylinder has two circles and a body, which is actually rectangular if you remember the net for a cylinder. First, let's review the area of a circle. The area of a circle is defined as pi r squared, with r being the radius of the circle. The circumference of a circle is defined as 2 times pi times radius. Diameter is the distance from one edge of the circle to the other edge passing through the center. Diameter here is 7. Radius is the distance from the center of the circle to one of its edges. Hence, radius is half of the diameter. So if the diameter is 7, to find the radius, I simply divide 7 by 2 to get 3.5 centimeters. The height of the cylinder, which I like to define as height, is 30 centimeters. Now, some people call this length. I like to call it height. It depends on how you orientate the cylinder. If you place the cylinder with the circle on the ground, then it's obvious that 30 is the height. But if you place the cylinder on its side as such, and the circle is facing you, you could call this the length. But I still, for consistency, will always call it the height. And this is the surface area of a cylinder formula. This works for all cylinders. So this formula is defined as 2 times pi times radius squared plus 2 times pi times radius times the height. In this case, if you recall, there are two circles on a cylinder. So if you find the area of one circle, you use the formula pi r squared. But if I write 2 pi r squared, it basically means I'm multiplying pi r squared by 2. Hence, this formula, 2 pi r squared, gets me the area of both of my circles. And then I write the plus sign here, and I write 2 pi r times h. If you recall from the net of a cylinder, the circumference of a circle is the distance all the way around here, and that's actually one of the lengths on my rectangle when it's shaped out as a net. And the height would just be 30. So I simply define the area of this body here of the cylinder. I simply compute with 2 times pi times radius times the height. And if I put it all together, I have all my formulas here and all the values. So to find the surface area of a cylinder, all I do is compute it. My radius is 3.5. I'm now going to square it. I'm going to add that to 2 times pi times the radius again. I'm going to multiply that by the height. And if I do that, I should be able to compute an answer here. So the value I'm going to get here, I'm going to go slowly. I got 76.969 and some more digits plus 659.7344 and some more digits on a calculator. My final answer is going to be 736.703 ... Notice how I'm carrying all of my digits on the calculator with me. I don't round to the nearest tenth here until I get to my final answer. Now this is my final answer, so this is where I want to round to the nearest tenth. So the tenths place is right here. I identify the tenths place. I'm now going to make a small cut between the tenths and the hundredths place. Now I look at my value in the hundredths place. If this value in the hundredths place is 5 or greater, I would round the 7 up. Since the value is not 5 or greater, I simply round the 7 down by making every value past this line here 0. Hence, my final answer is going to be 736.7, and that's rounded, centimeters squared.